On a humid August morning in 1945, the guns fell silent across the Pacific. World War II was over. Across the globe, soldiers laid down their weapons, boarded ships, and went home to their families. History turned its page. Hiroo Onoda did not get the memo, not because he was ignorant, not because he was slow, but because Hiroo Onoda was the kind of soldier that nations spend centuries trying to create and almost never succeed. A man so utterly, completely, and terrifyingly devoted to his mission that reality itself could not convince him to stop. Onoda was a 22-year-old Imperial Japanese intelligence officer when he was deployed to the remote Philippine island of Lubang in December 1944. His orders, delivered personally by his commanding officer Major Yoshimi Taniguchi, were precise and absolute. You are to continue to carry out your mission even if Japan surrenders. Whatever happens, we will come back for you. Until then, you must fight. And so he fought. When leaflets were dropped over the jungle in September 1945 announcing Japan's surrender, Onoda dismissed them as American propaganda. When Philippine soldiers hunted his small band of holdouts through the trees, he fought back. When his comrades were killed one by one over the years, one surrendering, two dying in firefights with local patrols, Onoda adapted, survived, and kept fighting. He ambushed supply convoys. He raided rice stores. He maintained his uniform, his rifle, and his rank with almost supernatural discipline. When his boots disintegrated, he fashioned new ones from materials scavenged from the jungle. When his bullets ran low, he rationed them with the precision of a man who understood, in his bones, that every shot had to count. For 29 years, Hiroo Onoda waged a one-man war in the jungles of Lubang. The Philippine government declared him dead in 1959. His family held a funeral in Japan. The world moved on through the Korean War, the Cuban Missile Crisis, the Vietnam War, the moon landing, and the rise of an entirely new global order. None of it reached him. Local villagers lived in genuine fear of the Japanese ghost lurking in the hills. Over the course of his campaign, Onoda was involved in encounters that resulted in the deaths of approximately 30 people and the wounding of 100 more. He was not a myth. He was very, very real. Attempts were made to reach him. Family members, former colleagues, and even a Japanese celebrity explorer named Norio Suzuki were sent into the jungle to find him. In 1974, Suzuki finally located Onoda, living in a crude shelter, still in uniform, still armed, still waiting. Onoda listened politely. He acknowledged who Suzuki was. And then he said something that stopped Suzuki cold. I cannot stop fighting until I receive orders from my commanding officer. The Japanese government tracked down Major Taniguchi, now retired and working as a bookseller, and flew him to Lubang. On March 9, 1974, Taniguchi stood in a jungle clearing in the Philippines and read the original Imperial Army orders to Hiroo Onoda, officially canceling his mission. Nearly 30 years after the war had ended, Onoda emerged from the tree line in his full uniform. His rifle was clean. His sword was at his hip. He stood at attention, saluted his commanding officer, and wept. He was 52 years old. The Philippine government, in a gesture of extraordinary grace given the violence of Onoda's long campaign, granted him a full pardon. Japan received him as a national hero. He lived until 2014, dying at the age of 91. When journalists asked him in his later years whether he regretted those 29 years in the jungle, Onoda gave an answer that has haunted military historians ever since. No, I did exactly what I was ordered to do. The only thing I regret is that I could not do more. There is no training manual in the world that teaches what Hiroo Onoda had. There is no medal large enough to contain it. What he had was simpler and more terrifying than any weapon ever built. He simply believed completely and without doubt that his mission was not finished. And for a soldier like that, it never truly is.